Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Reno Improv's live virtual stage. We are excited to bring you another week of live improv here at Reno Improv. We are excited tonight for a brand new show. We just got off a lovely wrap-up last week of a wonderful talk show and the debut of our newest team, Rutabaga, and that was an awesome show, but we have something quite different for you tonight. Last week was all sunshine and rainbows with a new team performing and some awesome, lovely, interesting guests joining us here on the Reno Improv stage. But this week we have for you something completely different. Tonight we have a battle of epic proportions that is going to be taking place live on your screen. Tonight we will have 6 of your favorite improvisers gracing the stage, battling for the ultimate title of the most important improviser in the world for one whole week. And that title can only go to one person. And tonight we have, like I said, a group of 6, which will be narrowed down to one final winner. And I would really appreciate it in the comments tonight. Folks, you tell me how you feel like these scenes are going. I will be the ultimate judge and jury of who moves on, but input from the audience is always welcome. And who knows, you might just sway my opinions, and you certainly will probably agree with things that I have to say. So I'm excited to hear your comments in the chat. And we'll also need your help with suggestions along the way. Like I said, this is a short form show. And if you don't know what short form improv is, good. What is short form improv is it just means shorter improv scenes. If you're used to the long form stuff that we have typically on our stage at Reno Improv, stuff that, sometimes run 20, 25 minutes, sometimes up to an hour. This is totally different. You are going to get to see far more improv tonight. Every 3 to 5 minutes, we're going to have a new scene, a new game for you with all new performers, new characters, new stuff happening all the time. So let me stop rambling on here. Sounds like we all are on the same page as far as what this show is going to be. So let me introduce to you tonight the performers that you will be voting for and who will be vying for your affection and good vibes. I don't know. They're the ones that are improvising, not me. So that's good for you as an audience because you don't have to listen to me for too much longer. Here they are. Welcome to the screen. We have Bill. Oh, I screwed it up. I hit the wrong button. So we don't have Bill there. We're going to have Bill in a moment. There he is.
Hello.
We have Kristina. We have Logan. Keisha, and I got to scroll down and bring out Michelle. And last but not least, we hope. Welcome, Jake, everybody. Everybody wave. Say hello to your audience. They are happy to see your faces, as am I. That means it is time for the improv to start, and that is a good thing. So we're going to get ourselves a little bit warmed up, as well as the, studio audience? No, our at-home viewing audience warmed up as well. We're all going to get our brains firing on all cylinders with a little game of categories. And what categories is a simple way of me eliminating people. And it works like this. We're going to get some categories in the comment section. Categories, something like types of automobiles or breeds of dogs, things like that these players can list a few names off of. And when one is stumped or takes too long to think of one, I am going to virtually kill them off the stage by removing them from the feed, only temporarily, of course. We will whittle this down to standing person, and this is just to get us warmed up. Like I said, the winner of this is not the winner of the whole show, but who knows, they might be set off on the right foot and on the path to victory. So can I get some suggestions of categories in the comments from our audience? Oh, man. Are you guys all excited to potentially be eliminated? A tricycle is not a category, but it is a one. Thank you, Matthew. It might be a category, but I feel like it's a little bit too specific.
Can I start? Bike with 3 wheels.
So some suggestions of categories. I'm going to have to come up with them on my own, which I'm okay doing. But I'd love to hear your input from the audience. So if we don't get one here in the next few seconds, I've got a wonderful one queued up. So let's see. Oh, man. Oh, these are too specific. Meredith with another one. Our suggestion superstar, Meredith Brenner, coming with toilet paper absorbency. Flavors of fun. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you an example of what a category might be. We're going to need a few of them. So an example of a category might be something like board games. And now these players are going to list board games until they can't think of one. I don't believe that the thing they said is one, or they take too long. And like I said, I will be eliminating them, and I will not be holding back. So when I remove. You know what? I'm going to stay on screen, but just pretend like I'm not here. I'm going to go ahead and shut my camera off so that you can't see me. But I'm going to leave that wonderful picture of myself up there in the top left corner for y'all. And as we go through these categories, we're going to go in order from left to right, top to bottom. So starting with Bill, and when it gets down to you, Jake, Bill, if we're still going, it's just going to go right back up to you. And the category we are going to start with, don't worry, audience, we are going to use your suggestions because we have to eliminate 5 of these 6 people right now. Quick like. So the category is board games. Go ahead, Bill.
Clue.
Monopoly.
Risk.
Sorry.
Settlers of Catan.
They're gone.
Candyland.
Shooting ladders.
Ooh.
Yahtzee. Oh, shit.
Yahtzee.
Monopoly.
Pandemic.
Whoa.
Exploding kittens.
Azul.
Life.
No, that's too late.
Hungry Hippos.
Cards Against Humanity.
Mousetrap.
Checkers.
Apples to apples.
Okay, I'm warning you, players, that if anyone mentions a card game again and thinks that it is a board game, you'll be violently eliminated from the screen. Continue. Let's go. You know what? We eliminated 2 people. Let's go. We'll pick a new one. So my threat is no longer valid. But we're going to pick a new category to switch things up again. Pizza toppings is a great category. Again, oh man. Suggestion superstar Meredith Brenner with pizza toppings. Here we go. All right, Logan starting at the top. Logan, Jake, Tasha, background to Logan. Keep going until a couple of you are gone. Pizza toppings.
Cheese.
Ham.
Pepperoni.
Pineapple.
Olives.
Sausage.
Artichoke.
Bell peppers.
Green.
Oh, I felt that one was coming. Green peppers has already been said. Bell peppers encapsulates all of those. All right. Now, last and final category, workplace conflict is hilarious, but we're not going to use that one. All right. The final category is, let's see here. Oh, man, we got some good ones. The final category is going to be sports played with rackets.
Badminton.
Lacrosse.
Tennis.
Keep going.
Golf.
Ping pong.
No. All right, I gave you lacrosse, but you don't get golf. All right, let's get all the players back to the screen. Good stuff, everybody. Oh, excellent. Oh man, feeling pretty warmed up. Who was the last person left? Is that Logan? All right, let's go ahead and we'll start off the scoring with a bonus point for Logan for making this the end of categories. There we have our official scoreboard with Logan out to an early lead with 1 point. All righty, excellent. So we are going to keep things rolling. Oh, man, I'm off screen. And, I would not want to rob our audience of this lovely faith. So let's get me back up there. We are going to keep things moving to round 1. And so everybody can yell at home round 1. I would appreciate that on 3. 1, 2, 3, round 1. I'm sure you said it. And I trust that you did. We're going to keep things moving, though. Round 1 is going to be, we're going to see 2 different scenes of featuring 3 players. So can I have to the stage, and I can because I have the ultimate control over who gets to do what, to the screen, we're going to have Logan, Tasha, and Kristina. Logan, Tasha, and Kristina. Oh, I'm trying really hard here. My computer is not working. Remove. There's the people I wanted to see. Logan, Tasha, and Kristina. And this is a little game called Yes and Experts. It's a wonderful little game where these 3 folks are going to transform in front of our very eyes into an expert on any topic of your choosing. So, oh man, since categories went so well the first time with our audience tonight, we're going to ask you for another suggestion of a topic that these 3 people can be an expert on for you. Thank you very much. There we have our suggestion right there. A topic on which someone can be an expert, said much more eloquently than I would have. There we go. A topic on which someone can be an expert. go ahead and put those in the comments, or I'm going to run out of suggestions in my brain very quickly. So type those in, and we will use them. We don't have to put your name up on the screen if we don't want to, or if you don't want us to. But we'd love to see some more suggestions rolling in from our YouTube and Facebook audiences. So thank you all so much for being here. First of all, let me say that while I stall a little bit longer until somebody types something in. But thank you all so much for being here. We really do appreciate the audience taking their Saturday night and enjoying that time with us, because we really love putting on these shows and they're super fun. But it's always the more the better when we have a great size audience watching us do this stuff. And like I said, we really need your help to keep these shows moving, and your suggestions are super helpful. So we have a suggestion here from Matthew Woodward, and we're going to go ahead and put it up on the screen. You all three are going to be experts in molehills. Molehills it is. All right, experts, and your scene will begin as soon as I leave the the screen. If I can figure that out. Whoops, I can't. And here we go. Your scene, your Yes and Expert scene about molehills begins now.
Although molehills historically have been used by moles, in the modern day, they actually are inhabited more by elves.
Yes, and in fact, these elves live in every country in the world.
Yes, they live in every country in the world, and they've actually created a new system for creating these hills.
Yes, their new system for creating these hills is based off of technology sort of emulated from the moles, and they now have these sort of robotic mech moles to build these hills.
Yes, and what many people don't know about the robotic molehill builders is that actually they're built on bits of alien technology discovered in the 1930s.
Yes, it's true. Elves were the first living beings to communicate with aliens, and they decided to use this communication to better their hills.
Yes, and this communication with the aliens actually launched the elves from the fantasy world into the sci-fi world, and then that they kind of became future elves, futuristic elves.
Yes, and the future elves, actually having come through a portal in the continuum of space-time, actually did some wonderful things with the moles.
It's true. The elves went through this continuum, and they found that they were actually able to communicate with the moles and discover some of their secrets.
Yes, and some of the secrets that the moles held amongst themselves were far, far too shocking for the elves.
Yes, and we cannot reveal those secrets here. You'll see we've given a pledge to both the elves and the moles to never reveal these secrets, except maybe one or two.
And if you want, you can come to our future lectures where we will reveal the secrets. And there might be a hefty price for these lectures, but it's well worth it, believe us.
Yes, these lectures will be well worth it, because in them you will learn that the moles and elves have actually, and the aliens have actually banded together to turn their molehills into mountains.
Oh, yes, and you won't want to miss that. That is going to be one of the most important things that's ever happened in the history of the human race.
Another thing that we're going to reveal is how the triad of the elves and the moles and the aliens actually helped to create the Eiffel Tower.
All right, excellent stuff. I cannot wait for that next lecture. So, from our audience, I would like to see some scores coming in from you. We're going to score these scenes from a 1 through 5. 1 being, I would prefer not to see that scene again, and 5 being, I would prefer to see that scene every morning when I woke up. So, and anything in between. We've got a 4 coming in. We've got some votes coming in. Ultimately, we're going to try to make a little bit of an average, and I might also make some determinations on how we go forward with this. So thank you all for a wonderful scene, and we're going to get you off the screen and get our next team of 3 up. So thank you all. Alrighty. Don't forget to vote in those comments, please. A 1 through 5. 1 being I don't ever want to watch that scene again, and 5 being I love that scene. I would like it played on a loop at my wedding. All right. So we've got some scores coming in. We've got a 3, a 3, a 4 with exclamation points, which are always good for me. I just wrote an email earlier today where every single sentence ended in an exclamation point. So I was apparently very excited to see that email being sent out. All right, excellent. We've got some scores coming in. And you know what? I'm going to agree with that audience with the 3. That was a really, really solid start to the show. We've got a 3. Lindsay really loved that scene with a 5. We've got 3 for everybody involved, so which puts Logan again in the lead for now with a score of 4. A couple people trailing at 3, and some 3 people without a score to their name. But we are going to give them the opportunity right now to put some scores up on the board for themselves. So welcome to the stage, everybody. Michelle, Jake, and Bill, who are going to be doing for you an ABC scene. And what an ABC scene is, they're going to start on a certain letter of the alphabet, and every sentence that the performers say from there on out, every sentence that each individual performer says, rather, will start with the next letter of the alphabet. So if we start on the letter A, it might start like this. Always be aware of your surroundings. And then Bill might say, because blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that's a good example or not, but you get it. It's using the alphabet. It's an improv game that uses the alphabet. I don't really think I needed to say any of that stuff before this. So that's how it works. And for this suggestion, we are going to need a place where you might see 3 people hanging out. A place where you might see 3 people hanging out or meeting, congregating, whichever word you prefer, however mature you are. I prefer to call it hanging out, even if it's, in an office. So whatever you want to call it, a place where 3 people might be hanging out, and that is what we will inform the rest of this scene with. I just want to give a chance to say thank you again to all of our audience members and our viewers. We really do appreciate both tonight and all the people who watch every week. We really do appreciate you guys joining us. It makes it's nice to see a little number up there at the top left and know people are watching at home and enjoying what we enjoy doing so much. And if you really are enjoying it, we urge you, not urge, that's a little pushy. We would encourage you, or we would ask you gently to go ahead and throw a donation our way. It goes a long way. This is pretty much the only way that we're performing at the moment. We obviously can't have our physical location open, but as soon as we can, we want to. And anything you throw our way during these times and for these shows is truly appreciated. But once again, we are happy to be bringing you these every week, free of charge, unless, of course, you feel like they are worth thousands of your hard-earned dollars. As you know, if you do want to kick a big donation our way, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, which means all of your donations are tax deductible, and so are donations of anything that you would want to kick our way, right? Because we are a theater, we might use costumes at times. So truly, anything you want to donate to us, we will find a use for, because we are crafty improvisers, and that's what we do. So thank you all so much for supporting Reno Improv and continuing to support Reno Improv in our virtual theater. We really do appreciate it. We've got some awesome places now that I've stalled and got all that stuff out of my mouth. I see 2 for Dog Park. I have 2 dogs of my own who are behaving wonderfully for hopefully the next 38 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and use Dog Park as our suggestion of a place where 3 people might hang out. And your letter to start with will be the letter R. So a dog park and the letter R. Take it away.
Roger, your dog is shitting on the grass.
Shitting on the grass? Why, this is preposterous.
Too true, too true. His dog does not do that sort of thing. He's a champion.
I think he did it.
Very well, very well. I will pay you $8,000 a log.
Why, that's a bargain.
Xanadu, that's what this is. Xanadu. The dog is shitting.
You know what they say about Xanadu. Once the dog starts shitting there, Xanadu is all around you.
0 chance it's going to be anything but Xanadu.
And the dew is really runny this time, and I think it's disgusting.
But, look, a third butt, and all of them running. Oh.
Can we get someone to fix this? I swear, there's no way I'm going to golf with this out here.
Dogs need to go home. That's what I think. This is disgusting.
Everybody thinks the dog should go home, but hear me out. What if we tied our golf balls to the dogs and just let them loose?
It's funny. I was thinking something similar.
George, what exactly were you thinking?
Yeah, how about it, George? Tell us.
I was thinking that we could golf without balls just this time. We could figure some other form.
Jerky, kind of. I don't think that's going to work.
Cool! That is such a preposterous proposal that I cannot even come up with a word that starts with K.
Like there's nothing that could replace a ball on a golf course.
Madness! That's what this is. Madness is going on with the shitting.
Nobody has ever contemplated this level of shit and non-golf ball use.
Poop. That's all I can say. We've come to it. It's everything we've become. Oh.
Queen. The queen should come to the dog park.
All right. Well, that was a wonderful scene. It tackled a lot of my favorite subjects: poop jokes, Xanadu. Just really like some things that tugged at my heartstrings. So, audience, once again, it is that time to let me see your votes. 1 through 5, 1 being a scene that you would rather have liked to had a connection issue during, or 5 being worthy of plugging in a LAN cable. I don't know. That's the best I can do in this moment for you all. I was trying to make computer references, but I could barely get my laptop running in time for this show. So
it's 2. That means you like poop jokes.
Yeah, all right. So let's see those scores coming in, please. Thank you again for your continued scores. Matthew, I really appreciate all of your comments coming in, but if you could please stick to whole numbers, it would be much appreciated. This is just unacceptable voting here. So please, whole numbers, folks. Excellent stuff. Oh man, we got some scores all over the board today. We've got a 3, a 2, a 5, just so many different things. I gotta tell you, I want to lean into. I'm leaning towards a 4, but I don't know. I want to see what the audience has to say. I'm leaning towards a 4. If you feel strongly otherwise, now's the time to enter in those scores. Round up for 2.5 would make it 3. That would push me closer to a 4. Alrighty, okay. So I think, one thing I want to say about this scene is it was really, really great. You all took some big risks, starting out with 3 very strong accents. And for that, I'm going to give the scene an overall 4. An overall 4 for accents alone. And you know what else I'm going to do is I'm going to give Bill a bonus point for being the only person who kept the accent through the entire scene. A very difficult thing to do. So kudos to Bill for holding on to that accent. It might have changed slightly from region, but I would say that overall that accent was held strong the entire time. So a 4 overall and 1 extra bonus point, which puts Bill into the lead, a turn of events. So we have Bill with a 5 leading the way, and some other scores that just were removed from my viewing pleasure. Hold on, I can see them. Hold on. Let me just look down there. We've got a Bill with 5, We've got a Bill with 5. Oh, I'm really struggling tonight. We've got Bill with 5, Logan with 4, Jake with 4, Michelle with 4, Kristina with 3, Tasha with 3. But should we make an elimination right now? Let's see how afraid are the players' faces when brought back on stage of elimination. Logan is terrified of elimination. Tasha doesn't want to.
I didn't get a bonus for my accent.
Kristina is. Oh, you're right. You didn't get a bonus for your accent. The judges are unfair and partial, apparently. So that will be remembered if you manage to make it to the next round, because we will not
that'll
be
be
having
remembered.
an elimination. We will not be having an elimination for this first round. So everyone is safe. After the next game, after the next set of games, I promise you that 2 of you will be gone. Alrighty, we will continue on. And the next game we have in store, I forgot, we can't continue on to round 2 until everybody at home says round 2. So on the count of 3, round 2. 1, 2, 3, round 2. Excellent. I can see that everyone is just completely on board with that. And I am here for it. So we have round 2 beginning right now. I agree. The glasses were a nice touch. You know what? Once again, these are all things being logged into my memory. But as I said, the judges are unfair, and I am the only one. So the judge is unfair, and you'll have to deal with it unless we get more votes from the audience to sway me otherwise. All right? The jury out there in the public is just as important until the final vote is made, and ultimately we have to make sacrifices in order for the show to continue. But like I said, we will not be doing that now. So we're going to move on to round 2, and for that, we're going to start off with a 2-person scene. So can I have, let's see, I'm going to bring Bill and, no, I'm going to bring, they're already on stage. I'm going to eliminate some people so that Bill and Logan are the 2 remaining players. So Bill and Logan will be the 2 remaining players when I get everyone else eliminated from the screen. Awesome. From the audience, I need a suggestion of the name of a character. The name of a character, just one character. It can be any sort of character, but all I need is a name, just the name. The name of a character that doesn't already have a story told about them. So something made up. We're going to ask the audience to improvise a little bit. So if I see, Tom Selleck or somebody that has just a wonderful, rich story that has already been told, Seymour. That's a really great name, Andrew. Thank you for that. So we're going to go ahead and go with Seymour. I like that. I really like the spelling of it too. So Seymour it is, and that is the name of our character. And that character is now going to be their story is going to be told. A little bit of a story is going to be told by Bill and Logan. And Bill and Logan are going to become one person known as Seymour, and they are going to tell a one-word at a time story. And what that means is they will alternate words of the story. So it'll go from Bill to Logan, back to Bill, back to Logan. And in that pattern, they will tell the story of Seymour. And let's go ahead and get one more thing from the audience. How about that? We'll get what is Seymour's profession? And if anybody writes butts, I'm shut down the live stream.
Hold on, let me quickly type in something.
Bill, you'll be eliminated. I have ultimate control, and I can remove you from this right away, and we'll just move on to round 3. All right, so watch it. A professional, not butts. That's exactly what we're looking for. Chiropractor. I'm going to go with the first one in there. So we have Seymour, the chiropractor. Thank you, Zah. Hey, Zah, how you doing? Glad to see you're watching. And Seymour, the chiropractor, is going to be told. Their story is going to be told as one person. Remember, so we use this. Use I, please, players. Use the word I when referring to yourself. And let's see what the story of Seymour, the chiropractor, has to offer. Alrighty, Bill and Logan, take it away.
I
am
Seymour
Butts,
the
chiropractor.
All right, let's vote on that scene. We're going to stop right there. Every word that they said is now the scene that will be voted upon. I really need the audience to come in handy here. If you love that 5-word scene when they decided to go off the rails and go against judges' orders and use butts, go ahead and vote and give it a 5. That's fine. I don't care anymore. But if you disagreed with what just happened as an artist and a human in society, comment now, and we will score the scene and move on to the next game. So please, audience, let's see what you have to say about this. I had we have a 5 from Andrew, and that's just everybody to know that I'm going to say out loud a 4. I really like that. There's I'm not going to give it a 5. It wasn't perfect, but I'll give it a 4. So we have a 5. All right, we have 5s rolling in. Thank you. You can reach out and get to the 3, a 100. All right. You know what? Sometimes as a judge, you disagree with what a jury rules and says. And this is one of those times. But
the audience loves
I'm
me.
a man of the people and an elected official, I will, at this time, be giving this unfortunate mess a 5. This earned a perfect score. And I want you to know that I consider what we're doing here theater. And you people out there giving this scene up, like this is your Citizen Kane. This is your
this is my opus.
What's another movie? This is your Casablanca. This is your Face Off. You're giving this a 5, and this is effective. But nonetheless, the scores have been given.
Bill and Logan's opus.
I'm removing you from the feed for the moment. Let's have our 4 remaining and far superior players to the screen joining us. And now I would really like for you all to perform the most serious of scenes. And this scene is going to be a hand scene. And we're going to play around with this a little bit. So when I remove myself from the screen, I'm going to do it really quickly just to show the audience what the screen will look like. Yep. Jake is already on their way. And Michelle is going to be shortly too. So here's what it's going to look like when I'm off screen. We're going to have 2. I've been talking this whole time that I was off screen and giving instructions, and I just realized that no one can hear me. So, audience, that's what it's going to look like when those 4 are the ones on screen and your scene is going to be happening. So what I need from you right now is something that might be debated between 2 people, and our 2 bodies here will be debating that fact. So something like strawberry jam versus grape jelly, or artichoke hearts marinated versus just canned in their own water. That's a good one. But I have a feeling that you all will come up with some much better ones. I hope that you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Good. So suggestions of a topic of debate, something like white bread versus wheat bread, or is a hot dog a sandwich? Andrew is tonight's suggestion superstar, out to the early lead with some really good ones. That's a favorite debate of mine. Is a hot dog a sandwich? And we'll debate, and you guys can take sides depending on how you feel about this. We might find out you agree, we might find out you don't, but this is our scene. Remember, heads listen to bodies, bodies listen to heads. Become one person or 2 and take it away.
Well, I think we all know the real answer to this question.
The thing is, ever since I was a small child, I looked up at the sky thinking, is that cloud a hot dog or a sandwich?
I don't think anybody actually does that. You see, a sandwich is 2 slices of bread. A bun is 1 slice of bread that's just sort of chopped down the middle, so it can't be a sandwich.
No. All of your ideas are terrible. And here's what the thing is. When you chop up things like this, chop them up a lot, and you sprinkle them, and spread them onto any type of thing. Even if you sprinkle it and you mush it up a little bit, that's when the change happens.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And of course, someone like you would come up with an argument like that. Everyone knows the bread makes the sandwich. Full stop.
You just got me so riled up, and that's why I had to spin around, because I couldn't even believe what you just said.
All right there, Rosemary's Baby.
Huh?
I said, okay there, Rosemary's Baby.
Listen, I am just amped to tell you what I think about this because a bread does not make it a sandwich.
Okay. If bread doesn't make it a sandwich, then what do you put on a sandwich to make it a sandwich?
Listen. I am getting ready to fight you for this because when I eat a hot dog, I'm not thinking about a sandwich. I'm thinking about this is a hot dog in my hands. Look how big a hot dog can be. A sandwich can't be this big. It's weighing me down. It's so heavy.
Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Is that what you want? Because I think we just need to go throw fists over this because this is ridiculous. Talking about sandwich, hot dog, whatever. Come get it. Come get it.
We're going to stop things right there before it gets out of hand. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, our disembodied bodies, our disenheaded. How do you say that? Our beheaded bodies. That's what whatever.
And heads.
They were missing. Yeah, that was a lot easier, Michelle. You're right. Excellent. Oh, man, I love that game so much. It is, for me, like, it's super silly, but it's like the epitome of an awesome improv game because you really do like have to listen with your whole body, right? The heads are listening to the bodies are listening to heads. It's super, super fun, and it was really fun to watch. Oh, man, I broke character as a really rude and spiteful judge for a moment there just to comment on how much I enjoyed that. But disregard what I had to say about that. And there are the scores. We can see that Kristina and Tasha are needing a big score here to catch up to the rest of the crowd here. So let's see what our audience has to say. Let's see what our audience has to say about that scene. Score that a 1 through a 5, if you would, audience. Let's see. And I really enjoyed that scene, so I've made my my feelings felt on how I feel about that scene. Oh, a 5+. Unfortunately, I cannot count past that number, and we will not be giving out points more than a 5. Oh, I know. But a suggestion of a bonus point for a backflip. And 3. Just a Sam comes in with a flat 3 for that scene, and I like the. We have a suggestion of a point for a bonus point for a backflip. Well, you know what, audience? I'm going to agree with you a little bit here. So I'm going to give that scene after reviewing what the audience says and looking at it, I'm going to give that scene a 4 because I really liked it. But what we are going to do is we're going to give Tasha a bonus point for not doing a backflip because that's dangerous. And if you do a backflip and hurt yourself, you're immediately eliminated from the show. You can't perform anymore. So we're going to give Tasha a bonus point, and we're going to take a point away from Jake for putting her fellow players at risk.
That's fair.
Never put your players at risk on stage. Always check before you do something crazy like a backflip. You don't know that Tasha doesn't have a bed behind her. What are you thinking? You're better than that, Jake. Go ahead.
I got a whammy bar to the butt.
Well, maybe that's what you deserve.
That's TMI. Right.
Let's get the rest of the cast on stage because we are going to have an elimination taking place. And it looks like at the bottom, unfortunately, tonight we have Jake with that really, really terrible decision to attempt a backflip and put a player at risk. Physical safety is our number one goal here at Rico Improv. That's what we do. That's not true. I mean, it's important to us, but like having fun and doing improv is our number one goal. But physical safety is also important. As we have found out, it can cost you your life. So we have Jake and Kristina bowing out for the night. But thank you so much for playing tonight, Jake and Kristina. You were wonderful. We may see you again next week. Thank you all for being a part of the show. But that was your last time on stage on 9/12/2020. Join us again sometime. And audience, clap at home for Jake and Kristina. They did an awesome show for you guys. Thank you so much, Jake and Kristina. But you have been removed from the feed. Get off my stage. All right, everybody. We are moving on to the third round. where we are going to be playing a game known as the dating game. So, we're gonna need. Let's have Logan. You're gonna be our dater. Is that the word? Datist. You're gonna. Nope, that's not what I want to say. Dater. You're a dater. And the three of the remaining players are going to be our characters. So Logan, I'm going to kick you off screen for a few moments, and you're gonna plug your ears and take out your headphones and not look at the comments that are happening. And you'll rejoin us here in a moment when we get some things from the audience. And we need from the audience. I don't know why I'm going to whisper. I guess it's habit, but I'm not. We need from the audience characters or quirks for each of these three potential partners for Logan to have. So something like one of them could be someone famous, or one of them could be like an alligator with the heart of gold, or let's see what else is out there. Really, anything that you can think of that's, of course, fun and somewhat appropriate, because we're certainly not going to use any really horrible suggestions. But we have an awesome audience tonight, and they have been only giving us the best of suggestions. So I expect tripping on mushrooms is a funny one for sure. We have a few of those still rolling in, so please keep those comments coming of what. Yes, we're using this one. Tasha, I would love to see you do this. You're a goat. That's great. That's really great. And let's see what else we get. What else do we have here? Bill, this is going to be yours. A soft serve ice cream cone. Remember, you're going to be personifying these things. Obviously, goats can't talk, and neither can soft serve ice cream cones. But we want to see our characters personify these things. So by all means, we're going to hear those voices. And then we need one for Michelle. So a character for Michelle. And you know what? They're all going to be weird tonight. We're going to have nothing normal happening. So here is the third and final one. Michelle, you are a shark in disguise. Whatever that means to you, that is your character. All right, so let me get rid of that off the screen. Tasha, what is your character for the dating game? A goat. Bill, what is your character?
I am soft serve ice cream,
which is wholly appropriate for your outfit. I wanted to ask you earlier in the show, how was P. Diddy's white party this year? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you get the gift bag? No? Okay, well, all right. We have Tasha as the goat, Bill as a soft serve ice cream cone, and Michelle as a shark in disguise. Let's bring on our bachelor to the stage. And they have some questions they would like to ask y'all. So welcome, welcome, Bachelor. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and plug those headphones in. We are ready for you. Hello, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. We are happy to have you here. You have some excellent choices and some really wonderful people here to choose from. So we're excited for this dating game to begin. And I know you have some questions prepared. So I'm going to give this over to you, Logan, and take it away and ask those 3 questions that you have prepared, and we will see who you choose.
Oh, okay. I'm so shy and nervous. Thank you guys for being here for this. My first question to each of you would be, where is the dream location for a first date? Starting with Tasha.
Well, what I really love to do is just run on some grassy fields with you, and we could sit down and you could have some food ready to feed me with your little hands.
Oh, yes, thank you. That sounds lovely and adorable, I guess. All right, Bill, same question.
Oh, I think the best place we could go would be a Dairy Queen. It would be probably the best place for you to pick me up.
Pick you up, yes, sure. Michelle?
Yes. Hello, Logan. I would like to meet you at the bottom of the deep blue sea.
Probably really dark and painful from all the water pressure, but that sounds like something really adventurous and exciting. Okay. Next question for you guys would be, what would be your ideal meal to cook together, Tasha?
Well, I love all sorts of things. I love grass. It's so green and it's really luscious and wet, and it tastes so nice. So maybe we could find some really nice grass, like a field that's just growing, and it's growing so nicely and it tastes so yummy, and we can eat it together right next to each other.
Okay, eating grass with tiny hands. Yeah, that sounds like something squirrels do. Maybe not. Anyway, Bill, same question.
Well, it really doesn't matter what you've had before the date, because really I'll be the dessert for you. In fact, I may seem a little cold, but you can dip me in some warm chocolate and I'll warm up to you all night long.
Oh, wow. When I was in high school, I used to love going to Dairy Queen and grabbing a dilly bar and just letting it melt all over me as I laid in my bed. So that sounds like something I would really enjoy. Michelle?
Any mammal will really do. I mean, we could eat humans. It's fun to just bite off a leg once in a while, I think that would be fun.
I just want you to know that I am a human. So
am I. I'm a human. I love humans.
Are you a 100% human or
in disguise?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, third question. If you just wanted, to hunker down, not go out, just kind of hang out at home, what kind of sort of casual, fun, lighthearted activity would you do?
Well, the thing is, actually, my friend has been taking me to these yoga sessions, and so I've been learning yoga, and it stretches my back and it stretches my muscles really nicely, and that's what I just like to do now that I've discovered it, now that people are introducing me.
All right, thank you, Bill.
Oh, we just stay at home and wrap ourselves in a nice little waffle cone and Netflix and chill.
Sounds very, very nice. Michelle?
We would probably hang out in the jacuzzi or maybe the pool. We need to swim and we could have dinner in the pool.
All right. Well, that also sounds somewhat nice, but I guess I have to eliminate a couple of you now and choose who I want to go on a date on, right?
I have some tough decisions to make. I mean, all really wonderful suitors for Logan here, and just really a lucky guy to have these choices to make. But yeah, Logan, if it probably would help if you knew a little more, or do you have an idea about who all these people are, or do you need to ask one more question to get some more information?
I mean, I guess I could ask one more question.
Yeah, one more quick question if you need to put a bow on this thing. I really want you to make the right choice, so it's important, that you get this right. And if those characters get revealed, it is what it is. So let's see what you have to say. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Okay then. If we were to go to a live concert together, what kind of band would you want to see? What kind of music do you like?
Oh man, I love the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
We'd have to travel back in time to go back and see Katy Perry in The Perfect Confection.
All right.
Well, it's more instrumental music that I like, from the 70s. Dun 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 dun. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, you have a really tough choice to make. 3 very different and intriguing people. All seem to like that would be a pretty exciting date to go on for sure. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. And who is your choice going to be?
Well, the first one I'm going to eliminate, I think, is Michelle. I'm sorry. At first, I thought you were some sort of cannibalistic mermaid, which would have been pretty exciting. But now I'm thinking you're some sort of shark. So I'm going to say no to that one.
Oh.
Well, Michelle, unfortunately, your disguise didn't work. Michelle was indeed a shark in disguise, so she had you fooled for a little bit there, but ultimately your shark-like tendencies came back to get you in the end. Well,
All right.
thank you, but unfortunately you have not been chosen tonight. Let's see who else. Who is going to make the final cut here between Bill and Tasha?
Well, my second elimination, I mean, I don't know if I was just really confused or if I misheard something. I thought you were some sort of squirrel at first, but now I'm thinking you were not that at all. And I just don't know. You sound like some sort of middle school girl or a teen mom or something.
I promise you that we did not choose middle school girl as your potential dating game partner, Logan.
Thank you.
Step out of character for a moment here.
Yeah, well, that leaves Bill as my date because he's a very delicious, cool ice cream cone.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yay, I can move my arms.
Alrighty. Excellent stuff. Well, thank you so much. So Tasha, and do you have a guess at what Tasha was? So you thought she was a squirrel at first, but how about at the end? There was no clues that gave it away?
Well, I thought she said eating grass, but then I thought maybe I misunderstood that. And then there was like the Backstreet Boys. I'm like, I have no idea.
Maroon 5.
I still don't understand how you didn't pick it up. All right, Tasha, what was your character trait?
I was a goat.
Okay, a goat crossed my mind, but with the tiny hands thing threw me off.
It threw me off so much. She was like, "You could feed me with your tiny hands." I was like, "Well, all right, well, whatever." I loved it. Oh, so good. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and get everybody back on stage because we have our final elimination coming right now. So welcome back to the stage, all of our players from the evening. And let's take a look at the final scores going into this round. So here's what I need from the audience. This is how this is going to shake out, and I'm making this decision right now. Because Logan chose Bill, and they have the top 2 scores in the evening, it looks like they would be moving on to our finals, but I need to know from the audience, do you agree? Have Bill and Logan played the best evening of the night? Have they been our players that we want to see returning to the stage again and again? If that is how you feel, put a 1 into the comment section. If you feel otherwise, go ahead and put a 2 in, and we will be moving on. Michelle and Tasha to the final round, and the underdogs will have a chance at glory. So a 1 for Bill and Logan, and a 2 for our, I don't want to say discarded dating game members, but I just did. So, so a 1 for Bill and Logan to see them in our final round, and a 2 for Tasha and Michelle. We have a 1, a 2. The scores are coming in so far. We have 1s, and I would tend to agree. 1. Yeah, I would agree with all the 1s coming in. It was a great night played by Michelle and Tasha. The goat was a character to be remembered for sure. The shark in the human clothing was certainly a character to remember, but they will not be moving on to our final round. And tonight, the numbers do not lie, and Justin and Logan will be moving on to the final round, where the scores will not matter whatsoever because they are now at 0s. And let me bring to the stage our final 2 contestants of the evening. And remember, folks, waiting to be crowned the most important improviser in the world for the next week, we have Bill and Logan. So the way this scene is going to work, is we are going to play a elimination style game. And it is called Rhyming Couplets. So get your rhyming shoes out, because that is what this game is going to be. You're going to have a little bit of a conversation just back and forth. We're going to get a couple of characters that you might play in these scenes. But the only rule for this game is your short lines that you're going to be saying back and forth to each other must rhyme in a pattern such as this. It will go A, B, B, right? And then back to AA. So rhyming lines. So if Logan was to say something like this to Bill, go ahead, Logan. Say something to Bill.
I just got a pet duck.
And Bill might say back to Logan,
that would be good luck.
Exactly. And then Logan might say to Bill,
luck is not what I need.
And Bill might say,
with a duck, you'll need some feed.
Great. Excellent. They rhymed and you guys did it. I want the audience to know that these players have never played this game before because I just made it up and I need to eliminate somebody. So we're going to do this, and you get 3 strikes because it's a really difficult game. So the first person, the first person, no, best out of 3. You know what I mean? Not 3 strikes. Best out of 3. The first person to not rhyme a line back. Yes, Logan.
I was just going to say, if it's AABB, only the second person will ever be the one that has to rhyme.
So you're bringing up a really good point, and that's why we're doing this on the fly. And so, Logan, thank you. After that, it's going to switch. So AABB, and then it'll switch, and Bill will have the first lines for the next one. And I will stay on screen for this as the adjudicator to help you through it. Bill, yes.
So is this a double blind elimination?
Sure. Triple secret probation. I don't know. Yeah. Excellent. So, from the audience, thank you, audience, again, once again, for being here. This is our last game of the night, deciding the most important improviser for the week. And we need your help one more time. You've been wonderful throughout the evening, so we ask you one more time for a couple of suggestions of 2 characters that these players might be. Just 2 characters. It could be something like a doctor and a lawyer, or a doctor and a patient, but not either of those. Something coming from your brains will be better than something coming from mine. So 2 characters that we would like to see these people play. 2 characters that these folks might. A fireman. Okay, we got a fireman. And we need one more. Fireman is going to be in play. One of these folks will be a fireman in this scene. How exciting. How exciting indeed. And let's see what else. We need one more character. Come on, folks. Get those comments coming in. One more character, else I'm going to decide it. And the other character is going, brothers separated at birth. Oh, man. What do you think, guys? How are you inspired by either of those? How about brothers separated at birth?
And one's a fireman?
No. Both of you are brothers separated at birth. Yeah, and one's a fireman. Sure. Let's throw it. It's the elimination round. It's the finals. Anything can happen. So your brothers separated at birth, and one of you is a fireman. Great. Excellent. The scene begins now. Rhyming couplets. Take it away.
I admire your work so much.
You're my brother. I feel your touch.
I feel it too, even though it's been so long.
That I think you should break out in a fireman's song.
Whoa. Okay, Bill, you start this one. You start, and now Logan's got to rhyme with yours. Continue that conversation, though. This is lovely, and I really hope a song breaks out.
I'm a guy with a hook and a ladder.
And the hook is a hand, but it doesn't matter.
I put it on the house and I climb it real quick.
And the height makes me queasy and I feel sick.
Oh, okay. It's 9:03 and this game's already going way better than I expected. So the first person to screw up loses. Go.
I chop in the roof with my big axe.
That's a great thing. Sounds like a life hack.
I'll let it slide this one time.
Into the attic, I jumped in my gear.
And as a fireman, you had no fear.
All right, Logan, you start.
I don't know how a fireman could be afraid of heights.
Because it's all that running down the stairs of flights.
Okay, everybody gets one pass now. This is it. The next even half rhyme loses.
Well, that just makes me admire you even more.
Running down the stairs, plunging through that burning door.
Whoa.
I hope that you are saving the forest.
Whoa.
I'll save everything I can, or it'd be a bore fest.
Whoa, that works. That's great. All right, go, keep going. Bill, you start this time.
So I gather the children out of the house.
Only the children, not the mouse?
Never the rodents, they don't pay their bills.
And all the diseases they carry kills.
So we run to the truck and throw them all on.
And then from the fires, we will be all gone. Well, let's get to know each other since we're brothers from birth.
Yes, enough of these fires. Let's bring some mirth.
Let's meet amongst those hot, hot flames.
Yes, I like to dance with those dames. I run up with my axe and I chop down the burning trees.
And the fire eliminates all of my fleas.
Without all these itches, I can finally relax.
You know, I can sit in my chair and relax to the max.
Whoa, I was hoping you were going to screw up, but you didn't. Go. All right.
Oh, well, tell me more. Do you have a wife?
No, the firehouse is my life.
You know what? I'm ending it right there. You guys are both the champions. This is going to go on too long. We only have service for another minute. No, that was really great. I'm calling it here, crowning you both the most important. And because improv is the most collaborative thing, what a more appropriate thing than having two winners after all. What a great, great final scene. You guys were awesome. It was amazing. So much more than I ever expected was going to happen. I'm so glad that we changed to just doing like not the best out of three, because we'd be here until like Sunday at noon. So great job, everybody. Let's get everybody back on stage. An excellent show. We have our two champions tonight, Logan and Bill, who will be back next week to defend their crowns. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the show. To our audience, thank you so much for watching. It was a blast putting on the show for you. A special thanks to Justin, who's going to be on screen here in a moment, for running all the behind-the-scenes tech stuff for us. We really couldn't do the show without him. It was really, really fun. I am so glad that you guys had a good time, because it looks like we all did too. So thank you again for joining us at Reno Improv. We had a blast. We will see you next week. We're going to be doing this show again next week, and we will have an all-new winner, maybe two, maybe everybody will win next week. You never know what can happen. I certainly don't know what's going to happen. So join us again next week at 8 o'clock for Get Off My Stage, Reno Improv's first and favorite competitive improv show. Thank you all so much. See you next week.